Mrs. Calderwood's class voted for Sophia Torres Rodriguez as most responsible. Darion said Sophia uses her listening ears. Caitlin says Sophia turns her folder in every day. Ms. Calderwood's class has also nominated Alexander Arenas as most responsible. Victoria said Alexander is responsible because he turns in his folder. Liam said he always listens. Ms. Schreiber's class has nominated Allison Torres as most responsible. Allison takes care of all the things in our classroom. Ms. Schreiber's class has also nominated Nathan Vasquez as most responsible. Ms. Schreiber says, Nathan blows me away. He brings his folder every day and takes care of all of our materials. Ms. McGinnis's class has nominated Felipe Diaz. He listens to the teacher, says Gracia. Ms. McGinnis's class has nominated Gracia Frere as most responsible. She cleans up at playtime, said Sophia. Ms. Ritker's class has nominated Pal Lamb. His classmates say he puts the blocks up on the shelf when Ms. Ritker says it's time to clean up. Ms. Ritker's class has also nominated Caitlin Yang for most responsible. Caitlin puts her folder away every day. Ms. DeVore's class has nominated Maria de la Cruz as most responsible. Maria does what she is supposed to do, says her classmates. Ms. DeVore's class has also nominated Giovanni Zavala. He remembers to clean up all of his things. Ms. Newburn's class has nominated Zahori Rodriguez. Zahori is always quiet and listening on the carpet. Ms. Newburn's class also nominated Alexander Lopez Soto. Alexander always cleans up his toys and doesn't fight with others. Ms. O'Kane's class has nominated Eliana Perez as most responsible. She cleans up her supplies, said Renaya. Ms. O'Kane's class also nominated Gabriel Casillas. He helps pick up messes, cleans up tables, and takes things to the office, said Jacob. Ms. Tinker's class nominated Trinity Hubbard as most responsible. She helps others, said Bella. Ms. Tinker's class also nominated Allie Orozco. She picks stuff up when people need help, said Dadrian. Ms. Shelby's class nominated Alexis Garcia for most responsible. Minnie says he always does his job in class. Ms. Shelby's class also nominated Natalie Morales. Bella says Natalie keeps up with all of her books. Ms. Corvo's class nominated Alexa Leon. Fernando says she always shares. Ms. Corvo's class also nominated Lexa Puga. Maritza says she always helps her friends. Ms. Beam's class nominated San Juana Garcia as most responsible. Cariana says she's always doing what she's supposed to be doing. Christian says she does good in class and never fights. When people are sad, she cheers them up. She's a good friend. Ms. Beam's class also nominated Kevin Huerta. Cassandra says he's nice to everyone and always does his job. Megan says he doesn't talk when the teacher is talking. Ms. Leonard's class nominated Isabella Garcia as most responsible. Millie says Isabella always helps others and does her work the first time she is told. Ms. Leonard's class also nominated Leon Zhang for most responsible. Braylon says Leon always does his work carefully and turns in his homework. Miss Addison's class has nominated Gloria Gonzalez. Jackie says Gloria always takes care of people. She's nice and always listens. Miss Addison's class also nominated Isabella Aguilar. Kaden H. says Bella takes care of her supplies. She does her work on time, and even with her broken arm, she still helps people out. Miss Mack's class has nominated Eileen Casarubias. Alyssa says Eileen is kind to others and is always ready for what's next. Miss Mack's class also nominated Evan Lee. Brian says Evan always brings his stuff to school and he is kind. Miss Wiles' class has nominated Ariana Oropeza. Constance says Ariana always knows what she is supposed to be doing. Miss Wiles' class also nominated Constance Palmer. Camry says Constance always does what the teacher says right away, and she doesn't run in the halls. Miss Bates' class nominated Liliana Perez. She turns in her homework, takes care of her things, is quiet, and does her job on the playground. Miss Bates' class also nominated Amy Carrillo. She does her job in class, wants to help others, and is very organized. Miss Berry's class has nominated Connor Knott. Abigail says Connor always turns in his papers the next day. Annie says he's always on time and turns in his folder. Miss Berry's class also nominated Annie Smith. Josiah says Annie is always on time to school. Sunshine says when the recess bell rings, she quickly gets in line. Miss Herbert's class nominated Racine Ahmed. Monica says he always does his homework and is always at school. Miss Herbert's class nominated Pa Vu as most responsible. Yaya says she helps people with their problems. Miss Espinosa's class nominated Chaos Lee. Jamarco says Chaos always brings his homework. Sebastian says he's never late to school. Miss Espinosa's class also nominated Zoe Martinez. Natalie Claros says Zoe always turns in her homework. Jaden says she reports to the teacher if something is wrong. Miss Baker's class nominated Sarek Wagaman as most responsible. His classmates say he never loses his stuff. Miss Baker's class also nominated Ed Marie Sosa Molina. She does what she's supposed to do and follows the expectation of the classroom and school. Mr. Lee's class nominated Jose Gonzalez as most responsible. He listens to the teacher and is responsible for his work. He writes in his agenda and brings his homework every day. Mr. Lee's class also nominated Yadira Rodriguez. She follows the rules and listens to the teacher. She comes prepared to learn. Miss Maddox's class nominated Axel Montiel Flores. Christian says he's a great friend and helpful in math. He works really hard to learn his English and always tries his best. Miss Maddox's class also nominated Catherine Portillo. Axel says she always does her work and turns in her homework on time. She's also a really great friend. Mrs. Waterhouse's class nominated Elaine Zhang as most responsible. She always gets her work done and her homework. Mrs. Waterhouse's class has nominated Jesse Miramontes as most responsible. He takes care of his homework, always has his stuff, and follows directions. Ms. Denneger's class nominated Anayeli Calderon for most responsible. She always has her school things and is willing to help other students. Ms. Denneger's class nominated Richard Portillo. Richard is responsible because he always comes to school with the things that he needs and works well with others. Ms. Leslie's class nominated Perla Yanez as most responsible. Perla brings her homework every day. She's on time to school and keeps herself focused on her school tasks. Ms. Leslie's class also selected Elijah Vu. Elijah comes to school on time. He's a classroom leader and helps his classmates. Ms. Canales' class has nominated Haiti Miramontes. She always asks for help when she needs it and helps others. Ms. Canales' class has nominated Denzo Zhang as most responsible. Denzo is responsible because he always turns in his homework and asks great questions. Ms. Page's class nominated Judith Rios. She's responsible because she listens to the teacher and cleans up when she needs to. Ms. Page's class has nominated Miguel Nava as most responsible. I think Miguel's responsible because every time he comes to school, he turns in his homework.